Coming up on today's video, Khmer New Year celebrations. The killing fields. The shooting range. Landmine Museum. Angkor Wat. Phnom Penh. Incredible views from the top of our hotel. Trying out the local food. And plenty more, so stick around. So you gotta go to the grab pickup point right here if you want to pick up a grab. Just outside the arrivals bit of the airport. So you got spiders, grasshoppers, behind me is the remorque taking us to the hotel. So a remorque is a bit like a tuk-tuk, but it's actually got a little carriage in the back. Yeah. Oh, there we go. So I'm about to try some very unusual street food from Cambodia in Siem Reap. First off, we have this widgety grub looking thing. Okay. Not best. Next, we have, don't know exactly what this is, but like grasshopper looking thing. Okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And then last of all, we got the beast, the big grasshopper. There we go. This is the main one. Okay. Definitely worth a try. Probably only a one-off, just so you've done it. Not the best. So Gemma's going to attempt.
That's bigger than one too bad.
There's not. Go on. Go, just put it in. Crunch it. It's not so bad, is it? Oh, thank you.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Yeah, I think.
You see the ant?
Oh.
Ant. Yeah, have to clean it, cut the head, clean it out, and stuck them all together by the small stick, yeah? And after they stuck in all fish like that, they use the sun dry on the roof for a couple hours. I'll bring the material like the pole or the truck. It's a pedal boat owned by different family. All planted, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, so these barrels, they put underneath the house so they can float when the water comes. They're not permanent. Do a week to do it? No.
Not for fish, yeah? Small truck. Like that for the shrimp.
Oh, for shrimp.
Yeah, for
Shrimp.
the shrimp.
Yeah. So they collect the shrimp from here. Oh, so this is the inside.
Yeah.
A shrine as well.
Yeah, so you guys are gonna see the house like that. You guys are gonna see the house like this. So the balcony here.
Oh, so they hang the clothes up. Hang the clothes, the toilet and shower.
Go to the kitchen here.
Kitchen. Oh wow.
Kitchen, they cooking by the firewood, yeah?
Firewood.
Yeah, firewood.
Little stove.
And the gas. Oh, 5 mày à? Yeah.
Oh.
They're also having the gas, cooking the gas as well. But the gas are using, they have to pay more. I asked him to make one of these
Hammocks to sleep on.
US. You know the ground now, will you?
How's rice?
You see the barrel, eh?
Underneath, yeah.
Yeah, underneath of the house.
That's how they do it.
Tying you with the rope and you keep the house full on the water when the water comes back. You guys gonna see? There are not many people staying here today because they went to the city. Yeah. Hello! Okay, my group, please come into the.
This side. Let's see about over there.
So this is crocodile, and these are fried frogs. Jesus Christ. This is the night market. Yeah. Bev. Hey,
Hey, hey. Invite me instead. No, he's pushing me away. Hey. Really cool.
Oh my god, so good. Oh, the fucking circle. Yeah! Hello, hello. celebrations. So it's the Cambodia New Year. It usually lasts for about 3 days, and I've already got soaked and white powdered. Captured him. You know what we went to? Yeah. Canada thing. We're here at the Landmine Museum in Siem Reap, Cambodia. It was actually founded by a former Khmer Rouge child soldier called Akira. Cambodia is one of the most heavily mined countries in the world, and it'll take over probably 3 or 4 decades to get rid of all the mines here in total, if that. So we're gonna have a look inside and see all the mines. Still to this day, people are getting killed by these mines. You can find them in the rice fields, on the way to schools for children. They're everywhere here. So, you know, you have got to be careful. So the mines you can see behind me are the anti-tank mines. To activate these, it takes around about 400 kilos to 1,000 kilos. But these are designated to taking out tanks and heavy artillery armoured vehicles.
It's like Russia, the US.
So these were the bombs dropped by the USA.
Nearly pregnant.
Ah, yeah.
Get killed.
So why, yeah.
Over there is that mango tree came off from US. Nearly pregnant.
This one's Russia, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. 450 or.
Huh? Jeez.
These are body armor.
Body armor.
Yeah. In the summer, it's so hot. You can go inside.
Huh?
Until my field, but Israel my field cannot go inside.
Oh, they mark it like a.
Remark, yeah. Or in English you say remark.
Yeah.
For example, in here, maybe not, we call it remark.
Remark.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Here's look.
The tea personal from Vietnam. That is the hand. Cut it.
Wow.
How to clear. When the designer on the mind.
Oh, Soviet ones. So behind me you can see the anti-personnel mines. Now these were designated to blow off the limbs of the enemy. They cost as little as $1 to make, but removing them and making them free of explosions costs $1,000. You can see them behind me. So these were heavily used. Another reason as well they used the enemy. If it was to actually kill the enemy, they'd have to bury them. Wouldn't cost them anything for the opposition army. But if they're injured, the opposition army would have to obviously care for them, look after them, spend more money. So this was a benefit of using the anti-personnel mines as well. So any weight over 11 pounds would activate these mines. Tuk tuk. Yeah, tuk tuk today.
Sent over from Africa here, but hasn't been out on the field yet. We don't. Okay, so let's begin. So this is how it's done. First thing, we need to get our rat attached to the rope. We have the end of the rope and I'll attach to some people here. You can see on the minefield, it's the same way. People just stand on the side, but the side must be prepared beforehand so it's safe enough. There we go. So the guy just now press on the clicker and then he just walk outside over the rope to get the banana. So you remember, click means round of applause. Keep him.
Lift your head up a bit then.
Again, actually. We have one last spot after here.
Oh, that's nice. He's looking at the camera. I say, you look back down now. Coffee.
So we got bok choy.
Yeah, bok choy. Lemongrass tea. So behind me is Angkor Wat. It means the city of temples. and it was built in 1150 in the 12th century, and it took over 30 years to build. It was built by King Jayavarman II of the Khmer Empire, and they ruled here from around about the 9th to the 15th century, and it was their capital for many centuries. The main temple is dedicated to the god Vishnu in Hinduism. So the temple is based on Mount Meru, and that's where they believe the Hindu gods resided. There's also around about 700 to 900,000 people here at his pomp, and back in them days that's a lot of people. Obviously it doesn't seem like much now, but that would have been massive back then. It's the largest religious complex in the world and is a Hindu Buddhist temple. So it started off worshipping Hinduism here, and then the king quickly abandoned it when he felt like it failed him, and then it converted to Buddhism.
The rain after Muslim. So this is how. And how about the local people? They never have a religion. They have own religion that we call at least one week before the rock, because sandstone is when they mix together with the water, it's more sauce, and then they rub stone and stone. So here after stone and stone, and then they put become stone and stone. That's amazing. And the stone will be have the whole. So still the celebration as well. So Apsara history.
This is like a crocodile martial art, like I told you. Yeah, the monkeys. It's technique of fight. This is monkeys good, demon bad. Yeah, Hanuman, everybody. Holy bow and holy arrow. And no king or demon. You know the big king or demon. When the arm, never. Hand never end. When the arm. Original stone, it doesn't work. And this is the king's staircase, everybody. So the lava rock for make a foundation, yeah, and the sandstone for cover, yeah. For the line.
Top.
Because the outdoor is the story, because it's temple like built by the Buddhist king, and with the mother Buddha they removed from the other king. So yeah. Stone at the body, they took the whole body. Yeah, like the one destroyed the temple as well. And after the tree, the people, we call illegal excavation, stolen. And after that, support, and there is their long tree. Got it here. Do you know Angelina?
这是一个中心点了。你看到那个上面的红蓝宝。
Like this, when they're building. And the gallery or the style of the temple always the style like that. That's why they know how to do the restaurant. Your family here? Yeah, not like people and
This temple is Takeo Temple. It was built in the late 10th century and it was built for Shiva, the destroyer god. But when they were building it was struck by lightning multiple times, so they didn't actually end up finishing it because they thought it was bad luck. But yeah, this is Takeo Temple. That's the most like, yeah.
Bayon Temple. The statue, yeah, no. Yeah, by the tree, yeah. The jungle. This looks scary, yeah, everybody.
Of spirit water. When I get the spirit water when drinking, know that. Yeah. So that. The price. Right. The hermit in Hindu to take the Buddha down. Yeah. For welcome. Yeah, they have. For
So the king's exit and the officials are here then. Really nice.
yeah. A little bit in the summer, but it's mainly just Cambodia. It sounds like Florida as well. Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Opposite the lotus on the tower. And fire.
Fire, right.
Yeah.
So
The cleaning remote cleaner. Jiglr. All of them. Yeah, forgot. See, here the elephant. For the building. All the small tower also. Where we got the bell of the water here is. Up that end to put the roof make from the sting make from the wood. Up that to put inside. Up that expand when we mix it with the water here. Expand. All the place here, make the hole here. Up that to take the roof to other side to other side. Up that cannot for moving. Yeah. Up that to move the stone for the building.
he said the grass used to grow by here.
Like here. Oh.
Thank you.
Are you going now?
Oh.
A bit of Shooting an RPG is while I hit the target. Chuck in a light grenade. The M50 gun. Dragnot sniper. The Uzi gun. AK-47. So we're here at the Cambodia shooting range, and today we're going to be blowing shit up. But more importantly, we're going to get to fire an RPG gun and throw a grenade. I cannot wait. Come on, babe. Yeah. So that's the PKM. Well, are they all PKM bullets, are they? Yeah. So, the Dragunov sniper. Yeah. How many shots is that?
Okay, then.
I can't see your phone.
It's a Utsi. Nice.
Okay, done.
านนั่นเนี่ยแกะนี่แกะพลังกัน
ô tô mình tới thôi chân muốn ok
ok bao That's the 50 caliber one, Harris. Okay, get up. Okay, your turn, please.
Three, two, one.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Hang on, the pin.
Okay, go. Maybe move back, move back.
Yeah, shoot there.
Cool.
Pin.
That was better. So about to go and fire the RPG gun.
Slowly, sir.
Đập pí không? Today we're heading off to the killing fields, but first let me tell you a little bit of history about the Khmer Rouge and their leader Pol Pot. This is Salaf Sar, who is later known by the name Pol Pot. He was the leader of the Khmer Rouge and the man responsible for the mass genocide of a quarter of Cambodia's population in the 1970s. Born in 1928, though some believe in 1925, Pot was brought up in a middle upper class family. Pot was one of 9 children. His mother was a Buddhist and his father was a wealthy farmer. They had connections to politicians and the royals, which would go on to benefit Pot in his education in later life. Cambodia at this time was under French rule. In his childhood, Pot was a novice monk. In 1934, then in 1935 was sent to a Roman Catholic primary school. He was not academically gifted and graduated in 1941 from the school 2 years behind schedule. But in 1942, he was put in a prestigious boarding school due to the close connection his parents had with the elites. He remained there until 1947 and left school without finishing his studies. In this time, Thailand would invade Cambodia in 1940, as the French were busy with World War II. They took some border provinces from the French. Then in April 1941, the puppet king installed by the French dies and is replaced by the 18-year-old Sihanouk. The French believed he would be easy to control, but this ended up not being the case. Quickly after being in power, they are then invaded by Japan for 4 years due to World War II. World War II then ends, and so does Japanese rule in 1945. Sihanouk claims an independent Cambodia, Kampuchea, but French rule is quickly reimposed. In 1948, Pot enrolled in a carpentry course. This, however, was seen as a step down from the son of a middle upper class family. And once again, due to the close connections his family had, Pot was awarded a scholarship to study in Paris in 1949. The aim for the French was to influence these well-off Cambodians to believe French rule was in the best interest for Cambodia. Instead, Pot became radicalized against French rule in Cambodia while studying in Paris, joining groups there with other Cambodians who opposed French rule. 3 years later, in 1952, Pot returns to Cambodia. After this, Pot spends time in political groups trying to influence politics in Cambodia. In 1953, the French give up control and Cambodia becomes independent. Their new leader is King Sihanouk. The next 15 years are filled with civil unrest and turmoil in the country, leading to the 1968 Civil War. 1968, Pol Pot's Khmer Rouge attacks northwest Cambodia and Sihanouk retaliates by bombing in locations. 1969, US President Nixon orders bombing raids to Cambodia to stop the Vietnamese supply lines attack in South Vietnam through Cambodia. 1970, Sihanouk is overthrown by pro-American forces and Long Nol is installed as the leader of Cambodia by the US. Sihanouk then goes on to flee the country. Then a complete shock happens when China convinces Sihanouk to form a tactical alliance with the Khmer Rouge, including Pol Pot, even though they were once enemies and previously fighting each other. After 5 years of conflict, Pol Pot's Khmer Rouge, backed by the Chinese, seizes control of the capital Phnom Penh from American-backed Long Nol in 1975, and now were the leaders of Cambodia. Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge are now in charge. They renamed the country the Democratic Kampuchea in 1976. The former king Sihanouk was even brought into the new government, but resigned in the spring of 1976, so Pot puts him under house arrest because of this. Pot wanted to rapidly boost agriculture and make Cambodia self-efficient, and not to rely on any other state. He was inspired by General Mao's Great Leap Forward in China in the 50s, even though that was a disaster. Farms would be brought under state leadership. They forced the people out of the cities and relocated them to labour camps in the countryside to work on collective farms. This was slave labour. They were overworked, fed poorly and beaten, if not worked hard enough. If they refused to work, they were killed. Many died through diseases and starvation. Middle upper class people were murdered in large numbers simply for having links to the previous rulers and elites of past years, which is crazy to think as Pot was himself middle upper class with these links also. 250,000 Chinese ethnicities were also killed. Again, Pot's father had Chinese ethnicity. Buddhism was oppressed again. Pot's mother was Buddhist. Children were forced to engage in the killings and were brainwashed into the party's ideologies. They would kill any children from any other ethnic backgrounds as they didn't want these children growing up and trying to avenge their parents. All this took place at the killing fields, which were sites in Cambodia where mass executions were carried out. People were killed in a number of different ways, and some were even forced to dig their own graves. Around 2 million, a quarter of Cambodia's 8 million population, were killed at that time. They killed teachers, and learning was repressed to teach only their ideologies and basic maths and literacy. Healthcare suffered, also with many doctors and nurses killed based on their ethnic backgrounds. Currency was abolished and foreign trade dried up. Famine occurred, which was the exact opposite to what they wanted to achieve. There were over 150 torture and execution sites established throughout the country. Most well known was S21, the converted secondary school. 20,000 prisoners passed here between 1976 and 1979, with only around 12 survivors. We met 3 of them in this video. Tensions with Vietnam were high, and Pot got so desperate he even managed to get Sihanouk, still under house arrest, to support him, to try and gain some extra support. 1978, on Christmas Day, after boiling tensions, the war with Vietnam had started. Over 150,000 Vietnamese troops entered Cambodia, and on the 7th of January 1979, the capital Phnom Penh had fallen to Vietnam, with Pot fleeing the capital. Vietnam then installed their own puppet government in Phnom Penh, but not long after, China attacked Vietnam, keeping them distracted. But this was the end of the Khmer Rouge's total control of Cambodia. After this was more civil wars, and in 1983, Pot was diagnosed with cancer. In 1985, Pot resigned as military commander of the Khmer Rouge, and in 1988, Vietnam withdrew from Cambodia with a ceasefire agreed in 1990. But still, fighting occurred after this in parts between different Cambodian groups, all wanted to take control. Elections were then held in 1993, which Sihanouk and Sen were victorious and joined forces to make a coalition party. They then went on to attack the Khmer Rouge. In 1997, Pot was placed under house arrest by his own party after being sentenced to life imprisonment. Pot then died in 1998 as his heart gave out, although some believe he committed suicide to prevent being handed over to the US. The Khmer Rouge were then totally defeated in 1999. This is the killing fields, the location behind Cambodia's darkest moment. Still to this day, there are still bones and clothes from the deceased people of the killing fields. Bones from the excavations in 1980. The victims were given poisonous fruit to eat.
There's a lot of poisonous and toxic. It is very bitter. Archaeology excavation collect all the bones from them.
There's an horrific story about this ready tree. The soldiers would chuck the babies up in the air and shoot them, and then when they landed, they'd grab them by the legs and smash them against this tree. It was later found that blood, guts and brains were on this tree. One of the reasons they killed the babies is because they didn't want them growing up and rebelling against them. This is the mass grave of more than 100 children and women. The rags of victims' clothes are in this box. The mass grave of 166 victims who were found without their heads. Here was the storage room of the killing tools.
What they use like chopper, wooden stick, iron stick, knife, charcoal, keychains, and so on.
The mass grave of 450 victims.
But there was certainly 450 bodies. So after the excavation, they remove all the body and home.
This was used to decapitate the victims'
It
heads.
looked like a razor or knife. Known as VIP victim. Khmer security guard. So just the list of who's still alive today. So the first adult survivor, Mr. Chung Mai, the man on the left hand side, the last one. His name is Mr. Chung Mai. The shortest man, number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's so the picture was taken by the Vietnamese journalist Bayon Temple. Under the mango tree. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, before we have to see more beauty.
And stuff and give it all the evidence, but these ones they didn't have time to.
close to the slavery, like a prison without a wall. This is the map of Cambodia.
Two over there. Look.
To walk through the last living D. Yeah.
All together 5 child and 3 lady with my mother. The Khmer were
among us thousand Khmer Rouge. So definitely a 5 top leader who were brought to justice.
The incredible views from the top of our hotel. Bar. Yeah, the one we seen. That's nice, the garlic. Oh, can. So this is the royal palace. The king still lives here today, and he's the son of Sihanouk, who was the king back in the 70s. He's actually in power multiple times, and he actually teamed up at one point with the Khmer Rouge and Pol Pot. But yeah, this is Sihanouk's son who lives here. He's in his 70s, and he's still not married. So the king lives over in this part of the palace, and that's Sihanouk's son, and I think he's in his 70s at the moment, still not married. Come. No. The king's house, or the part of the palace where the king lives. But